So we have over 60 undergraduate programs and over 60 undergraduate programs and 100 graduate programs on campus, and they're taught by award-winning faculty who really challenge our students to become local, national, and global leaders through methods such as inquiry, innovation, and real-world applications, both inside and outside of the classroom. Our mission at Cal State LA has always been centered on transforming lives and fostering thriving communities across the greater Los Angeles area. We also cultivate and amplify our students' unique talents, diverse life experiences, and intellect through engaged teaching, learning, and public services to support the overall success, well-being, and the greater good. The university is ranked #1 in the United States for upward mobility of its students, and this is by the New York Times. And we are home to nationally ranked programs in engineering, business, and nursing by U.S. News and World Report. So again, very world renowned. So about our college, the College of Professional and Global Education. We are one of 10 colleges at Cal State LA. We specialize in providing flexible educational pathways for diverse students, including non-traditional learners, those in career transition, as well as working professionals who are looking to strengthen their skill sets, very much like yourself. So, a lot of students who are currently working in their field. We offer a variety of competing and challenging degrees, certificate, and professional training programs. Our programs are currently divided into several sectors, which include arts, communication, entertainment, business, finance, legal, engineering, manufacturing and technology, education, nonprofit, human services, as well as biotech and healthcare. We were the first public university to offer degree programs in the downtown Los Angeles area, and we've expanded our global network for our students by creating opportunities for our students to study abroad as well as for our faculty to engage in research worldwide. Over the past 8 years, we have worked effortlessly to really expand our programs into the heart of downtown Los Angeles with our very own downtown LA campus, which is where your classes will be located for the MSW program. And we also have a new welcome center that is open as well. So having said that, I do want to talk a little bit about the benefits of our downtown Los Angeles location and this campus. We are in close proximity to Los Angeles-based businesses, legal, medical, human services, county government, entertainment, and fashion communities. Our downtown facility is extremely accessible via public transportation, so the metro and the bus systems. So anyone working close by to downtown, you can easily hop onto the metro or a bus, or even on the freeway to get to our building. We partner with professional associations and we host educational and professional events for our students, which is a great way for our students to connect professionally in downtown Los Angeles. We just had our fall open house, which was held last night, actually. And so we have events for our students to, again, network with the community and um, engage with local government and city organizations. In regard to the resources available at our downtown facility, we have two computer labs, a PC lab and a Mac lab. These are actual images that you see on in the slide uh, for our downtown campus. We offer collaborative workspaces. If you need to study, spend some time working on a project, a group project, or individual project, we really strive to provide spaces for success for our students. There's also parking available. So I forgot to mention that. As far as the public transportation, there's also a parking garage directly connected to our campus. So a little bit about the program. This is typically, hi, welcome. I know I just let someone in. Hi, Ada, welcome. I just went over our Cal State LA main campus as well as our downtown location and some of the resources and facilities available for you there. We're going to go into the MSW program now. Our faculty admission coordinator for MSW is actually tied up in a meeting, but she will be here shortly. But I will review some of the information for the program with you. So a little bit about the MSW program. It's an excellent education at an affordable price. We are ranked number 6 in California and number 11 nationally by degreechoices.com. And we are ranked number 60 among top social work schools by 2024 US News and World Report. So again, this is of all of the social work schools, we are ranked uh, number 6 and number 11 nationally in California and number 60 top social work schools. Oh, I think I have Michelle joining us right now. Welcome, Michelle. Can you hear me? Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. Hi, Sharon. How are
Oh,
you?
hi.
I
Thank
didn't realize this started at 10. I thought it was at 11.
Oh, I think it ends at 11 or maybe 11:30. But Ada had so the link wasn't working in the email that was sent to you?
Yeah, so the link wasn't working. I had to call the outreach program for them to send me a whole new link. So I
Oh,
Oh my
I'm sorry
gosh.
to hear that.
I had to do the same thing. I called the
Really?
campus. Yeah, the link, it actually just linked you back to your mailbox, your email.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I was late. I was calling, trying to get them to figure it out how to get me into the meeting.
Well, my apologies to you both.
At least we're here.
I know. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were able to reach somebody to get the right link.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll make sure to look into this, but I'm glad you made it. Oh my gosh. Michelle, I was just going over, I actually just started on your slide, so if you wanted me
Okay.
to go back, this was the beginning of the slides regarding the MSW. So I
Uh-huh.
just finished talking about Cal State LA and the Page College, as well as the resources at the downtown campus.
Okay. So, here at Cal State LA, we provide excellent education or stu wait, to our students. We are ranked top 3 in Southern California. So it's UCLA, Cal State Long Beach, and Cal State LA. And we're tied with Cal State Long Beach. We are ranked top 60 in US News and World Report, again, tied with Cal State Long Beach. Um, for the 2022 year, and that's out of 320 MSW programs nationwide that was evaluated. We provide excellent education to our students by our faculty and staff. Sorry, individual attention to our students by our faculty and staff. And you have a contribution to make, you have the opportunity to make a contribution to social work research with the completion of your thesis. And you have the option of doing a thesis or project. The thesis and project are structured in the same format in that you are assigned a thesis or project advisor and you work with that person over 9 months to create your thesis or project. The major difference between the two is that you do not have to defend your project and it won't be published in the library.
Did you need me to move back or
Yes,
is
please.
that okay?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I only have it in half my screen right now, so I am trying to fit it properly.
Okay. I'm on the urban generalist focus
Okay.
slide.
So we are an urban generalist focus. What that means is that we prepare students to do service across the spectrum. We capitalize on the Cal State LA location because we're surrounded, we're what, 10 minutes from downtown LA, or for ASB, you would be downtown LA, but we're surrounded by Glendale, Pasadena, East Los Angeles, Monterey Park. So we capitalize on that to provide effective and responsive strategies for working in any urban environment. Hi, Sharon, give me 1 second. I'm still having an issue with my screen size. And our students have the opportunity to work with, empower and be relevant to the multinational, multi-ethnic, multicultural communities that surrounds our campus. I'm just gonna pull up my other one so I can do this. So the ASB program, sorry. Although we are an urban generalist focus, applicants still have the opportunity to gain concentration-specific knowledge with a specific client population. And this is done through course content because information about specific client population, whether it be aging a family, children, youth, women, and family, LGBTQIA+, is interwoven into the course content. And then you can take your electives specific to working with that client population. You can do your internship site, hopefully, with that client population, and your thesis or your project can be done with that client population. Unfortunately for the ASP program, since you only do 1 year of internship, you are placed at your internship site. You do not have a choice as to where you want to do your internship. You complete a practicum profile that tells us what you're interested in, and so we get to know you a little bit better. And then your placement is based on the information you provided in your practicum profile. So let's say you come in and you want to work with an LGBTQIA population. We have an excellent practicum department that will try and get you an agency that focuses with that population. Unfortunately, it's not always possible, so we try and put you with the closest next thing. So Sharon, I think this is one of your, I could do this. So you are cohort based. What that means is you come in, your classes are already selected for you, and you will move through the program with the same group of students. You come in on an 11-month program, and we expect you to graduate in an 11-month program. What that means is that you never have to worry whether or not you will have a space in a class. A space will always be reserved for you. ASP is done over a 3-semester program. You start in the summer by taking 6 units and your field readiness seminar. In the fall, you take 12 units, and in the spring, you take 15 units and you graduate with your 33 units. Classes are offered Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 to 5. And you are at your internship site Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for a total of 24 hours per week. Okay. The MSW program is only for students who hold a BSW degree from a CSWE accredited program within the last 5 years. Admission to the advanced standing program waives the first year foundation classes. So you start in the summer and then you go straight into the second year advanced MSW program. Students applying for ASP must demonstrate their readiness to go into a second year or an advanced year practicum placement. So this is a snapshot of the ASP program. So as you can see, you take your research methods and statistics, and then you have a choice between the recovery in mental health or the child welfare elective and your summer readiness. So although it looks like 9 units there, it's only 6 that you're doing. In the fall, you take 12 units, and then in the spring, you go on to 15 and you graduate in May.
I have Taki in the waiting room. I'm going to let him in.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Hi, Taki.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm in the back of a cab basically headed
Oh,
to my station. So I apologize. My flight was delayed, so I couldn't log on.
It's okay, Taki, we're good.
Okay.
this is
Sure.
Dr. Mohammed Taki. He's the faculty for the program.
He is the director
It- the-
of
i-
the
i- If
ASB program.
the director of the program, if you wanted to briefly introduce yourself, Dr. Taki.
Sure. I can't see how many people there are, but hey everyone. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm the director of the ASP program, as Michelle alluded to. I'm associate professor in the School of Social Work. I teach both BSW and MSW courses, and I usually teach research and thesis in the ASP. And I think there's only a few of you guys here, but again, we'll have a few more of these, and hopefully you'll come to the open house. And I will just say, based on how our numbers are increasing, it just demonstrates, what a wonderful admin team we have, faculty team that we have, and just the students' interest in our overall program. And I don't think, Michelle, you get too many complaints about our program. Sharon, I don't think you do either. So I think we're doing a good job.
Absolutely.
We are currently recruiting for our 10th cohort. So, yeah. Okay, so admissions to the MSW program, you need to have, like I mentioned, a BSW from a CSWE accredited university. And CSWE stands for Council for Social Work Education. It's the accreditation body for all schools of social work in the US. You need to have a minimum 3.0 cumulative GPA, and you need to have specific references. So reference is from one academic, and by academic, we mean from a professor who issued you a letter grade, one from your integrated seminar instructor, and one from your one from your field supervisor from your BSW internship. And again, successful ASP candidate will demonstrate their readiness to be placed in a second year field placement. And the reason for this is all the internship sites in Southern California are shared internship sites. So we don't want to put you at a site where you are with second year students and then you can't keep up. that would be putting you at a disadvantage. So that's why we want students that can demonstrate their readiness to be placed in a second year placement. And we would like you to have 1 year work experience in social service or human service is preferred. The application process, it's just one online application that you will be completed. And you can find that at Cal State Apply. The application filing period is February 1st through February 28th. So it's a very short window, and that's because it's for a summer start. The MSW portion of the application will be in quadrant 4. There in quadrant 4, you will find the instruction for the personal statement. Personal statement is to be 6 to 8 pages, and you will be answering specific questions that have been asked of you. You will also need to provide a current resume and unofficial copies of your transcripts from all schools attended. By all schools, I mean your community college. If you attended a community college, if you attended multiple community college, then you need to provide transcripts from multiple community colleges, and the university where you will be getting your degree. You will also need to provide the name and the email addresses for the individuals who will be completing your reference form. Once you provide their name and email address, the university will send them the form to complete. When the form has been completed and returned, the university will notify you that the form was submitted. It's a $70 application fee to apply. And when you're applying, please make sure you're applying for the right start term and the right campus location. So you should be applying for summer 25 start term at the downtown LA location. If you will be receiving your degree from somewhere other than Cal State LA, you will need to send an official copy of your transcript to the Office of Admissions. Once you submit your application, you will receive your campus identification number followed by your personal identification number. This usually comes in 2 separate emails from the university. Once you've received both your SIN and your PIN, you can set up your GET account that you will be able to monitor. Your GET has a to-do list option where the university will place documents that need to be completed or any information that they would like you to have. Your application is reviewed by the School of Social Work. And if after the initial application, we feel like you would be a qualified candidate, you could be invited for an interview. When that is completed, and if we feel that you're a strong candidate and you would make a great addition to our program, you will be notified of your status via email. Notification usually occurs the end of April. The current tuition is $17,325. That breaks down to $525 per unit. And please note, this is an estimate because it's subject to change based on the approval of the Board of Trustees. Okay? And this $17,325 does not include books, parking, health insurance, or other related fees. It's just straight tuition. and Paige put together a comparison list for you regarding the other programs. So you can take a look to see what it is. And just to let you know, we are a face-to-face program. Okay. Taki,
Yes.
do you want to talk about the hybrid option?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, what we've done over the last couple years is that we've used a hybrid approach, where we are in person 1 week and synchronous remote the next week, except for our practicum courses. Our practicum courses generally only meet in person every other week. So they don't have a hybrid synchronous component, but the other sections of our courses all have a hybrid component where you are required to be in person 1 week, and then off campus remote synchronous the next week. And that's been actually really accommodating for our students, and we've gotten positive feedback. Unfortunately, we're not able to advertise at this point due to a number of policies around marketing and accreditation. But in the future, we'll be able to advertise. But moving forward, I just want you to know that, when you are thinking about commuting, when you're thinking about your work-life balance, as well as, just managing your life, you're only going to be required to come down to downtown LA every other week. So if you have classes on Monday and Tuesdays, you will just come, let's say, week 1, and then week 2, you won't be coming to downtown LA, and then week 3, you will be coming on. And so we generally, have a flexible schedule, and it's been working out well.
So any grad student any student really thinking about going to grad school should fill out the FAFSA. FAFSA determines your loan amount. It determines if it's going to be subsidized or unsubsidized. It determines if you will be able to qualify for scholarships and grants that the university offers. So everybody should fill out the FAFSA application. And here's a little FAFSA roadmap. Complete your FAFSA, complete the Cal State LA application process, apply for any Cal State LA general scholarships that they have. And you could just go to the Cal State LA homepage, and in the search box, type in scholarships or fellowships for grad students, and they'll give you a link, and then you check your financial aid status again. So Mr. Tom Lau is the assistant director for Page and the financial aid advisor. And you could always reach out to him with your financial aid questions. And here is a QR code where you can get other information about financial aid. So the 3 programs that I'm aware of that our students tend to use most often is the Graduate Equity Fellowship, and that provides $1,500. And then there is the non-resident graduate student tuition waiver, which is for non-resident and international students. And instead of having you pay that out-of-state tuition rate, you get to do well, actually, technically, this doesn't really apply to you because you have the one flat rate of the $525 per semester. And then there's the culminating project fund, where you can apply for aid for completion of your thesis, creative activity, or dissertation. And it may also help you if you're going to present at conferences. So the School of Social Work offers 7 stipends. most of which come with a commitment payback. So the stipends are in 3 categories: child welfare, behavioral health, and aging. You can only apply for stipends from one category. And in order to apply for any of the stipend, you must first be admitted to the School of Social Work. Okay. So for example, you can apply for LADCFS stipend as well as the Title IV-E. Nope, you can't apply for Title IV-E stipend because that's only for 2-year students. Okay, so you can apply for the HCI stipend and you can apply for the PBH stipend, but you can apply for LADCFS and PBH because those are from 2 different categories. Okay, if you apply to both stipend in one category and you're accepted to both, you're going to have to make a decision right away as to which one you want to accept so that that other stipend can be offered to somebody else. You cannot get more than one stipend. That would be considered double dipping. And also because it comes with payback, you can't pay them back simultaneously because the payback starts right after graduation. And each stipend has its own awarding policy. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So there you go. It tells you in the first category who is eligible to apply. So like the LADCFS stipend, you can apply on any of the 3 options that we provide. So that is the ASP 2-year and 3-year program. So it's open to all our students. It would provide you with $26,000 and it comes with a commitment payback to work for DCFS, Los Angeles County specifically. Okay. The Title IV-E is not open to you because you have to be in a 2-year program in order to apply for that. Taki, did you have something to say?
No, I just the only thing I would just reiterate, for the students on the call is that just make sure you apply early. I know you've explained to them that the application opened up February 1st. The sooner you apply, the sooner we can make the decisions. And also, then you could also start thinking about once you receive a notification of acceptance, right? You can then
Yeah.
start to make decisions about which stipend you want to apply to and what stipend may be a better fit. So it's just best to do everything early. And the earlier you find out about, our decisions, the earlier you can make decisions from a financial perspective as well.
Yes. And I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Wait. Taki, it's just me and you now? I think Sharon dropped off, but it's still being recorded. So
Okay, no problem.
I will just continue with it. So the other stipend would be the HCI fellowship. HCI is open to first year for ASP and the 2-year program. It provides $10,000 for the ASP students, and it has no payback commitment. The public behavioral health is open to all our options. It's for $25,000 and you have to have a behavioral health internship for this category. And it may be renewed. Well, renewal does not apply to you because you're only here for 1 year. Okay. The other behavioral health is the DMH. we do not administer the DMH stipend. It is done through an outside agency. It's only for 1 year, and it comes with a 1 year commitment to work for the Department of Mental Health, and it would be for $18,500. And the practicum director will notify or eligible students in when the stipend application becomes available. But again, you have to be at a mental health placement for your internship in order to apply for that stipend. Next category of stipend is for aging. We have two stipend in this category. GSWIC, which stands for Geriatric Social Work Consortium, and it's for 1 year. It's only available in your last year of the program. It's for $4,000 to $6,000, and it has no commitment payback. The last one is the CalSWIC APS. It's typically for 1 year. It's $20,000, and it has a commitment to that for working with the elderly. And each stipend is administered individually, and below on the second page of the stipend chart, you can see who the program coordinators are for each of the stipend. And I believe we have the stipend chart posted online as well. So that's pretty much it about the ASP program. To recap, application goes live February 1st, 2025, and the filing period is February 1st to February 28th. All application documents must be in by the February 28th deadline. You will only be completing the university online application, and you can find that at calstatela.edu apply. You're applying for the summer semester at the downtown LA campus. The MSW portion of the application will be located in quadrant 4. In quadrant 4, you will find the instructions for the personal statement. Personal statement is to be 6 to 8 pages, answering specific questions that has been asked of you. You will upload your personal statement along with a current resume, unofficial transcript from each college and university attended, and provide the accurate name and email address for the three individuals who will be completing your reference. References, once again, are to be one academic from a person that gave you a letter grade, one from your integrated seminar instructor, and one from your BSW internship instructor. And again, all application materials must be in by the February 28th application deadline. And this is just a little bit of information about the downtown LA campus. Has state-of-the-art classrooms and computer labs with student lounges with access to technology and printers. You have individual rooms for study sessions. It's located at 801 South Grand on the 6th floor, and the parking to be there is $5 a day. However, if you leave multiple times, if you come in and you decide to drive somewhere else for lunch, you would have to pay that parking fee again.
Yeah.
Sharon, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know
Okay.
what happened.
Well, I
Thank
just
you.
kept on talking, so
Thank you. I appreciate it.
no problem.
My internet cut out, and but I'm glad you were there. Thank you so much. I know I talked a little bit about the downtown LA campus and the resources that we have available. So we are right in the heart of downtown on 8th and Grand. There is public transportation readily available, as well as a parking structure that's connected to our building. Like Michelle was saying, we have computer labs, student lounges, printers, copiers available for you. So if you ever need to do studying on campus, we want to make sure that we have and provide a conducive study environment for you during your program, since it's, so quick. We want to make sure to provide for you as much as possible. We also have student services available for you, and this is all on the 6th floor where your camp or where your classes will be taking place. We have advisors. We have our student services director, Cynthia Perez. She is available if you need anything. We have a lot of MSW students in the morning we work with, because they're really our main focus in the morning. Our classes in the morning are really dedicated to our MSW students. We want we're there to advocate for academic policies and procedures for you, strategies for success, meeting with students to support your overall well-being. We have a well-being U that's available virtually, facilitation of referrals to other student support services that might be available on main campus. So just know that anything that's on main campus as a resource is available to you as well, because you are a student at Cal State LA. We also have writing services available for you. Some virtual resources that are available really 24/7 online is our university library, Annex 24/7 Lab, Graduate Resource Center, our Career Development Center, Center for Academic Success, Office for Students with Disabilities, Dreamers Resource Center, and the Veterans Resource Center. We actually have a Veterans Resource Center available on our campus in downtown every other Wednesday. So if you had questions about that, we have someone, a representative from the VRC available now. And that concludes our presentation for this beautiful Saturday morning. I just want to thank you, and I appreciate you for hanging in there for one, making it through all of the hiccups that we had this morning. But I want to open it now to any questions that you might have. On this page is going to be our contact information. Michelle is reachable via email. If you have questions about application processes or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to us. If you have general admission questions, please feel free to reach out to DTLA Outreach at calstatela.edu.
And I'm sorry, and we would definitely like to invite you to the open house
Yes,
this
yes.
October 23rd from 11:30 to 2.
November 23rd.
Thank you.
Uh,
November 23rd.
so the end of November, the last, I believe, the second to last Saturday of the month.
You can take us
Um,
right
it,
over there across the hall and get you a bag.
it will be
Excellent.
at our downtown campus. So you'll be able to see the classrooms that you'll be taking your classes at, and we'll be sending an email invitation to all of our students
I
that
don't need a
have
bag.
attended.
You
So
just
if,
want to sign it.
please,
I just
please
want to run.
save the date. It's November 23rd.
And you get
Okay,
to interact with previous
I get it.
previous MSW students to find out how they found the program, how they made it through, because it is a full-time program. So working is discouraged, but you can talk to the students, talk to professors, and just see if you can see yourself there in that environment getting your MSW.
Um, Thank you so much for the information. I do have a question about the program.
Sure.
Is there any way that throughout throughout getting your MSW at the ASP pace, can you work towards getting your PPSC?
No. Well,
No.
maybe. You in order to get the PPSC, you would have to have a school placement.
Okay.
And at your school placement, it would have to be divided into 2 different schools. So you can do elementary, high school, elementary, middle school, high school, whatever. And the person at the school has to have their PPS in order to supervise you. You need to accrue 600 hours for that. And that won't be a problem because you need to do 720 hours for ASP. And then you can do the school social work class postmasters at either Cal State Long Beach or UCLA.
So Cal State LA doesn't offer.
Cal State LA offers a PPSC, but it's a standalone 3-year program. And
Oh.
we're not allowed to duplicate services, so we could not have the PPSC as part of our MSW program. So
Oh.
our students interested have to take the required school social work class, postmasters through UCLA or Cal State Long Beach.
And that would be after I obtain
Yeah,
my.
so you could do it if you start summer 25,
Right.
you could do the class maybe summer 26,
Mm.
right after graduation.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then I think I already know that to be or to obtain your LCSW, you can't obtain those hours while getting your MSW.
No, you cannot. So the LCSW is to accrue 3,000 hours postmasters.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 pre-licensure classes are usually covered as part of your MSW program. Once you graduate with the MSW, you can apply to BBS, Board of Behavioral Science. And once your application is processed, then you would sit the law and ethics exam. Once you pass the law and ethics exam, you're going to be assigned an ASW number. Once you have your number, then you can start accruing the 3,000 hours. And it'll take you 2 years to do the 3,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the hours are usually done through paid employment.
Oh, okay.
Once you've accumulated your 3,000 hours, you submit your proof of your hours to BBS again, and then you can apply to take the clinical exam. When you pass the clinical exam, then you will become an LCSW.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's multiple little steps in there to get it.
Yeah, it's a long process for both.
Yeah. So from start to finish for the LCSW, it can be 3 years.
Mm,
2
okay.
years to accrue the 2,000 the 3,000 hours, and then just for the filing process and the taking of the tests, it can take you an extra year.
Okay. And then so the applications are due February 28th. That means when exactly do we start the classes?
July 5th.
July 5th.
So you're in school for the month of July, and then you get a 3-week break, and then you start school the 3rd week in August.
Oh.
And you go August to the 3rd week of December. You get a 6-week break, and then you come back the 3rd week in January, and you go until the 3rd week in May, and then you graduate.
Okay. And then one of the letters has to be from the person where we did our internship
Yes,
during
that's
okay.
correct.
Okay. Is there any way that we can get the questions that are going to be asked for in our personal statement ahead of time to start working on that?
I think I think they are working on possibly revising those questions.
Okay.
And as soon as that has been settled, I will send it to Sharon, and they usually post it on the DTLA page site.
Yeah.
So maybe you can have that by December.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because it is a short window to submit those applications.
Yes, it is. It's very short.
Yeah, and I want to start. Yeah, okay. All right, then those were my questions. Is there anything special about the program that you'd want, that stands out from other ASP programs that are held at other colleges?
Regardless of where you choose to get your MSW degree, we're all accredited by Council for Social Work Education, and they tell us 80% of what we have to provide to you. each school have their own little spin for the other part, whether it's through electives, through concentrations,
Mm-hmm.
through whatever. But you're basically getting the same education. The difference is how much are you willing to pay for it. So let's say you
Mm-hmm.
want to go to USC. That would be like the Prada of ASP programs because of the cost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're going there for that name recognition, but you're still getting the same education.
Yeah.
And if you look at the rankings between us and USC in US News and World Report, we actually rank higher than they do. So we're 60,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they were like 75. So you have to do your research and decide what are you really looking for. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. Yes, I understand.
If you want to be able to go to football games, that's not us. That's not
Mm.
us. We would be considered maybe your Macy's of of ASP of ASP program. Good value for what you get, but no name brand recognition to say. But
Yeah.
then after graduation, when you're working, you're going to be in the same field with everybody from all the different schools.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody will know or necessarily care that you went to the Prada school or the Macy's school. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
And
I was
Michelle, I
at,
would,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, and I would disagree slightly with Michelle Brissa. Is I think, since we're speaking on bags, you still getting the Louis bag. You still got the
Uh-huh.
Louis bag. It's just the Louis bag that you got.
The
You
knockoff
got
Louis
it.
bag.
You got it from your home girl on the corner, but but you didn't go to the Louis store, or you didn't go to Paris and get it there. But you still got
Mm-hmm.
the Prada bag, or whatever your preference is. Because if you look at our degrees and how our students are performing, they're actually performing at a much better, higher rate, and they're much more prepared than even individuals who go to UCLA and USC. Now, I will say this: if your career trajectory is, to go into a PhD program, at University of Michigan. If you're thinking about the Ivy Leagues, then yeah, the name brand, the recognition does carry some weight. But when we
Mm-hmm.
pull the layers off, when we kind of unpack, we're just as good, if not better. And I would say we are better because if you look at
Mm-hmm.
our faculty and where we come from, most of us actually come from top tier universities. And even though we come from top tier universities, we don't have the focus of just being driven by our own professional trajectory. We're actually very much student centered. So our students always come first, and we're
Mm-hmm.
really, other schools will always say we're student centered. We're driven by our students' needs. But I could tell you at Cal State LA, the faculty are completely committed to the students. I mean, to a point where, we, even for us to be here on Saturday,
Yeah.
and kind of articulating about our program, and Michelle and Sharon, and you'll see that we will go the extra mile for our students, and that's why we generally have high graduation rate, not because uh, you know, yes, we have exceptional students, but it's also because we provide the resources and support needed to actually complete
Mm-hmm.
the degree. And we're willing to listen to our students, just like by the hybrid program approach that we have. It was actually students initiated that they felt that this was best for them. The hours of the classes that we offer, even the instructions, right? So for me, I don't think you can choose a better program if you want to be in the LA area. Now, if you're going to go out of state, then there's plenty of the programs. But within the
Mm-hmm.
state, no, I would say we're top tier.
We do provide individual to our students by our faculty and staff. When you commit to our program, we want to ensure that you graduate in the time frame for which you committed to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you so much for clarifying. I agree. I like the Cal State LA program so far. Yeah, and I look forward to applying and hopefully, I get to the interview and in.
Well, put it out there. You have to
Yes.
manifest it, and
Yes.
so it will
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
So be positive and put it out there. When I get in. And
Mm-hmm.
if for whatever reason you didn't get in, it just meant that it wasn't the best time for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Michelle.
You are most welcome.
I actually have one more question.
Sure.
So from what I saw for, sorry, what is it? The LADCFS stipend program,
Uh-huh.
the 1 year that has to be worked with at LADCFS, is that going to be the internship that we're going to be doing throughout the
No, that's after.
Oh,
The commitment is after graduation.
Oh, okay.
So you would have your internship there, and
Mm-hmm.
then after graduation, you're committing to be there for a year.
Oh,
But
okay.
if it's something where you're thinking that you want to get your LCSW,
Mm.
that's actually a very supportive environment for doing that, for accruing your hours,
Oh.
because they have an education and licensure section
Mhm.
within DCFS that work with the employees to get their LCSW.
Oh, wow. Thank you for letting me know.
Mhm. And that $26,000 doesn't hurt, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. Yeah, that was my last question. Thank you so much, Michelle, and thank you so much,
You are
Becky.
most welcome. Thank you for coming, and thanks for working with us while we worked through our little
Our
glitches.
technical issues.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Of
appreciate that
course.
as well. Thank you.
First, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your
Enjoy
weekend.
the rest
You
of your
too.
Saturday.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And I look
Bye.
forward to meeting you in person at the open house.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
November
yes.
23rd.
November 20th. I have it noted. I will look out for the email.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I think we might have lost Sharon again. So I will stop the recording.